just one second.
You've been talking back
He made
and
a
forth.
statement.
I'm asking you.
I would love to end it.
Sir,
I would love to end it.
You know, if you want to switch seats,
we could very quickly.
We could do that, but I'm
send in the National Guard. It would be over. There'd be no problem.
Okay.
But they don't want to accept the National Guard.
You have repeatedly criticized the vice president for not specifically calling out Antifa and other left-wing extremist groups. But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
are you prepared to specifically
do it?
Well,
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what are you saying?
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it. Do you want to call him? What do you want to call him? Give me a name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
white
supremacists and right
Proud Boys. Stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what. Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem. This is a left-wing. This is a left-wing problem.
White supremacists.
Sick individuals. The wires were crossed pretty badly in his brain, extremely badly in his brain, and it's a very sad event. Terrorism. You can call it murder. You can call it whatever you want. MS-13 is particularly violent. I was reading one of these animals was caught. These are animals. You had some very bad people in that group, but you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
Rising threat around the world?
I don't really. I think it's a small group of people that have very, very serious problems. I guess if you look at what happened in New Zealand, perhaps that's a case. I don't know enough about it yet. They're just learning about the person and the people involved. But it's certainly a terrible thing. Terrible thing.
By the accused killer in New Zealand as a symbol of white identity, say critics of Donald Trump, there's a reason hate crimes are on the rise.
I can tell you this. His rhetoric doesn't help.
Democratic presidential hopeful Amy Klobuchar underlining this morning that when it comes to extremism, words matter, and Trump's words matter a lot.
At the very least, he is dividing people. They are using him as an excuse.
Whether he's labeling undocumented migrants invaders, Mexicans as rapists, or defending so-called white nationalists as very fine people, Trump's language is increasingly seen as part of the problem. On Friday, it was what he didn't say. To the question, does he see white nationalism as a rising threat around the world?
I don't really. I think it's a small group of people that have very, very serious problems.
In fact, various reports lately suggest the opposite, highlighting the rise in this country of racist groups, racist rallies, propaganda, and yes, violence. 50 murders last year in the U.S. were linked to right-wing extremism. That's the highest number of such killings since 1995, the year of the Oklahoma City bombing. Democrats today took Trump to task for the words he chooses to use.
That kind of language from the person who probably has the loudest microphone on the planet Earth is hurtful and dangerous, and it tends to incite violence.
White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney today countered Trump is in fact trying to prevent such violence, describing Trump this way.
The president is not a white supremacist. I'm not sure how many times we have to say that.
For his part, Trump went to church across from the White House today, with undocumented migrants not far from his thoughts, later tweeting praise for those who've backed his push for a border wall. Paul Hunter, CBC News, Washington.
Much of the world started talking about white supremacy on Twitter after the attacks in Christchurch. It was already a big topic in the United States, but now, as you can see, there's a global conversation that's taking place. The man accused of carrying out the shootings posted his racist views and announced what he was going to do on the web. So many people are talking about the digital aspects of this story and how far-right trolls can share their views both online and off. 28-year-old Brenton Tarrant didn't enter a verbal plea or seek bail, but he did send a clear message in the courtroom. You won't be able to see it in this footage that we're using in our hourly bulletins, but there were photographers in the courtroom who caught something that he did with his hands. A white power hand sign that's often used to troll or just upset liberals. Yes, I know it's a sign that we all use. It's the OK sign, but it's taken on another meaning on these forums. There's a huge trolling culture on sites like 4chan and 8chan where people think it's funny to make racist jokes and just watch others react to them. We've seen a number of white nationalists use this sign in public time after time. Now, the U.S.-based hate group monitoring organization, the Southern Poverty Law Center, says there are white nationalists, neo-Nazis, and Klansmen who have increasingly begun using the use of the symbol both to signal their presence to the like-minded as well as to identify potentially sympathetic recruits among young trolling artists flashing it. To them, the configuration means WP for white power. The SPLC says this kind of wink and nudge interaction with the racist right is a direct route to its normalization. It serves as a white supremacist symbol, according to the writer Amanda Marcotte, one designed to be just ordinary enough looking that when liberals express outrage, white supremacists can then play the victim of liberal hysteria. But politicians like the Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez here are calling for a greater understanding of just how online radicalization works, because it is impacting our entire society. But as she points out here, the Trump administration has defunded federal programs designed to fight the spread of white supremacist hate groups.
We use words, they use bullets.
This is the man who shot Charlie Kirk. This is the man who shot Trump. This is the man who killed Melissa Hortman. This is the man who tried to kill John Hoffman. This is the man who tried to kill Paul Pelosi. This is the man who killed an Obama-appointed judge's son. This is the man who hired hitmen to kill Democrats. This is the man who ran over a left-wing activist and killed her. This is the man responsible for the Austin bombing. This is the man who sent pipe bombs to Obama, Biden, and Hillary Clinton. This is the man who shot Gabby Gifford. This is the man who tried to kidnap Gretchen Whitmer. Oh, and this man, and this man, and this man, this man, this man, this man, this man, this man, and this man. This is the man who set Josh Shapiro's house on fire. This is the Oklahoma bomber. This is his accomplice. These are just a few of the men who beat police officers on January 6th. I can think of a few things they have in common, and it's not the way they use their words or their left-wing politics.